We spoke a while ago, not so long ago, about fear and staying focused, and we says always concentrate on your 4 amot, on your 3x3, or on your 6 feet in front of you, whatever that is. But that's for fear, when something is petrifying to you. But how do we deal with pressure? Pressure creates, in a way, fear, or creates anxiety, creates fear, and so on and so forth. So how do we deal with that? Now, so in order to deal with it, we need to analyze the situation, what happens in life when it comes like this. How do you get overwhelmed when there's one thing after the other, 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 and so on? So I'll give you an analogy from a different field. So sometimes it's easier to go like this. A friend of mine took a tactical shooting course. It was a whole, in the army or in commandos, they do it basically do it all the time. But he took a whole entire week of technical shooting. And first of all, to make sure he knows how to use the gun appropriately in different situation, and they put, if there is a jam in the gun, right, like yesh ma'atzor, and so on and so forth. And then they teach him selective shooting. And the test for this thing is you're sitting down or standing, or whatever it is, in front of a door, and the door opens up, and then there is an image flying by, and you need to make a quick decision to shoot it or not to shoot it. So one time it's going to be a woman, then it's going to be a woman with a gun in her hand, then it's going to be a man with a hostage, then it's going to be a baby, and it comes fast, and you need to make quick decisions. Bam, 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 how to go. The next level out of that is when you actually have to walk into a structure, with many rooms and so on and so forth, and you need to assess and evaluate the stressor as they come. So, for example, you're completely disoriented, you don't know where you are, they're going to put you into this place, you're completely blindfolded, you don't know where they are. And then they're going to remove it, then you're going to start going. So you're going to open the first door. You're going to come in and you're going to see a woman. And she's nice, like this, smiling. Right? In the corner of your eyes, you're going to see a hostage with a hostile aiming a gun to him. So you're going to shoot him. Of course not real bullets, it's going to be paint bullets or something like that to show you mark a target. Meanwhile, as you're going like this, you're going to notice there's somebody behind you. And he's a stressor. So you're going to go behind them, and there's another guy, you point up to them. They don't have guns, so you don't shoot them, but you're going to like this to overcome them, not realizing that the woman got up and she has a gun in her hand pointing to you and you shot dead. So how do you deal with stress situation? Dealing with stress situation is a combination of what we said before, concentrating on 4x4. You have to assess the stressors or the threats on you by priority and distance and closeness. So, for example, if there is a big threat far from you that cannot reach you yet, and there is a small stress or stressor or threat closer to you, which one do you take first?
The closer one.
Which one?
The closer one.
The closer one, because right now that's the third one. The other one is not there. It might count, might not count. But right now you have to deal with this. So you learn to compartmentalize, put everything in order, and to assess the situation and put it in. So once you start taking the whole entire package, there's the life. It's okay, my goodness, I need to get a job, I need to get married, I need to do this, I want to go to Israel, I want to learn Torah, sending kids to Yeshiva, how do I afford the Yeshiva? Yeshiva costs so much money, I can't do this. Give me a rope or let me hang myself. So, okay, you're right, these are all stressors. These are all stressors. But let's just wait a minute. Do you have kids yet? No. Okay, so don't worry about Yeshiva yet. Yeah, it's going to be, don't worry about it yet. And then you said, okay, do you need to get married yet? No, I don't need to get married. I would like to. Okay, take this out. Is money an issue for you? No, right now money is not an issue. I'm living with my parents. Okay, money is not an issue. Put it to the side. And now what do I left? Oh, I left with one thing. I need to learn more Torah. Okay, sit down and do it. And then you go to the next. You finish this, you go to the next stressor. You go to the next threat. Don't let it like this, because that will make you freeze. One way to deal with that, and you hear it many times from people who were close to death. The people who are close to death realize that it is going to be over. And all the things that you're worried about and so on and so forth, basically you're removing tomorrow from your plan. Because you're not going to make it, you're going to die. And since that's the case, all of a sudden you start to concentrate in front of what is ahead of you. And you're going to start concentrating on living. When you remove tomorrow from the worries of what's going to be tomorrow, when you realize that one day you're going to die, so therefore eliminate the future and just concentrate on what is ahead of you right now. And that's one of the ways. Chazal told us this all the time. Chazal told us the following. If a person has bread in his basket and he says, what would I eat tomorrow? The person is considered to be chasar emunah, doesn't have trust in God. Why? What do you worry about tomorrow? Right now you have bread in your concentrate on today. Concentrate on what is ahead of you today. So you need to understand that. And also the same thing as Rabbi Akavya ben Ma'alayel says, Dami ayin bata, that I should know. There's going to be an end to all of this. So all your effort to do this and to create a legacy to your name, not a legacy shmegacy. I think legacy is the name of a car, no? The Subaru. Legacy is a Subaru. It's nothing that something you should worry about. I mean, it's a good car if you want to get it, but it's not something you should worry about. Worry about what is it today. Because with the fear of being overwhelmed and not being able to go, you are bringing upon yourself a certain vulnerability. You become vulnerable for other people who says, listen, I'll save you, don't worry about it. Just put the vote for me or do this for me, and you fall, and then you're not able to do it. Then other people will determine to you what's going to be in your life. In other words, you would never live life. Once you eliminate the worry of tomorrow and you concentrate on today, this is when you're going to start living your life. And then tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better. So when you're feeling overwhelmed or you don't know what to do, start making a schedule for yourself. Let's say, for example, there is a task that you would like to accomplish. Argument's sake. Let's say you want to, own a business within 2 years. So you need to make a plan. What going to be, you're going to set yourself milestones. By this, I need to accomplish this. And by this day, I need to accomplish this until I'm going to reach my debt, in which I'm going to open my business. And then in between, then you're going to go, in order to get from, let's say it's 2 years, right? So you divide it into 1 year, right? That's going to be the halfway marker. By here, I should have already something. And that year, you divide into other halves. It's going to be mini milestones. And in between, then you create the stages. In order to get from stage 0, where I am now, to stage where I want to be, halfway, I need to take, the milestone, I need to take stages this. I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the things I need to do. After I know I'm in the stage, so therefore I am able to move to the next milestone. So when you do that, you have a plan. When you do that, you could face whatever is coming at you in life. So don't get overwhelmed. Get a grip of yourself. Assess what's in front of you. Start doing a mental triage. That's something I need to deal with. That's something I don't need to do. It's the same thing when you go to a hospital. There's a triage. There's, let's say, a mega pigua, some mega, incident, right? Well, there's certain people who are going to be triaged out. They're going to be so critically injured that it's not going to be worth to deal with them. Just leave them to die. And those who are very, very, who can make it by themselves, you don't deal with either. You deal with those who you can save. And the other way, when it's a threat, deal with what is the closest threat to you right now, compartmentalize it, determine what it is, put them into categories. That's a threat, and then you'll see all of a sudden that it's not so bad. And you can, by doing so, you could achieve. And you achieve because you're not overwhelmed. And you learn how to do it. You simply learn how to do it. And don't think that you'll be able to, if you take this test, for example, of selective shooting, you do the selective shooting test, don't think that you're going to pass the test on the first time. Everybody fails. You're going to shoot some innocent people and so on and so forth. However, if you do so, and that's why they become the Delta Force, and they become the Navy SEALs, and they become the Rangers, and become all these people, because they do so all the time. It becomes not second nature, it becomes nature to them. And that's why those people are so unique, because they've been trained to deal with crisis and trained to come out of it. And you could learn from that. If you don't want to learn from Chazal, at least learn from that, learn from the best. And then all of a sudden you might have a better appreciation to the words of our rabbis, and you see how sophisticated and smart they were putting into words for us, but we just refuse to. So fine, if you can apply it, so learn for some ways and apply it to your life in a Torah fashion and Torah way. But don't get overwhelmed. Ech Rav Nachman Amar, En Yehush Ba'olam. There's no Yehush. Yehush means I'm giving up. Why are you giving up? I'm overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. Let's break it into stages. Let's do it one step at a time. One step at a time. Let's have a goal. In order for that, you need to have a goal. You need to have a meaning in what you're doing. And you have to be very organized and disciplined for that. You do it, you're not going to go away. You're not going to do it, you're going to get crushed, just like anybody else. Have a great day.